Nobody believes me when I say I'm not a vengeful person, but everyone has a limit. Mine took 6 years to reach, and about 3 minutes to enforce. My older brother David made it his life's work to humiliate my wife, Elena. Thanksgiving, backyard barbecues, 4th of July. He'd wait until the room got quiet, lean back with that smug little grin, and call her a gold digger who trapped me, into marriage. Never mind that Elena and I were together 6 years before we got married. Facts never mattered to David. Cruelty was the whole point. My parents' response was always the same tired script. That's just David. He's going through a lot. Just ignore him. Try ignoring a man who treats your wife like a con artist in your own dining room year after year, while everyone else keeps eating their potato salad like nothing happened. The breaking point arrived at my little sister's wedding last month. David behaved himself for almost 3 hours. He had a promotion riding on his reputation, so he was on his best behavior. But the second the champagne started pouring, that old smirk crawled back onto his face. He stood up during the toasts, glass raised, and looked directly at me. You know, little brother, you were always the reckless one. It's a miracle you finally settled down, especially since we all know how you really convinced Elena to walk down the aisle. 200 guests, dead silence. You could have heard a fork drop on the marble. Elena stared at her plate, knuckles white around her napkin. I looked at my parents. Surely finally someone would say something. Nothing. Just two people suddenly very interested in their shrimp cocktail. I didn't yell. I didn't flip a table. I stood up slowly, walked to the band leader, and handed him a thumb drive I'd been carrying around for exactly this moment. Play this, now. The lights dropped. David laughed, probably expecting embarrassing baby photos of me in a bathtub. Instead, the first image hit the screen. David, 12 years younger, standing outside a private clinic in Seattle. Then came the paperwork. Bank transfers, legal filings, a settlement agreement with a confidentiality clause thick enough to choke on. Turns out my brother, the family's self-appointed moral compass, had a whole other life he'd paid a fortune to bury. A son, a real one, flesh and blood, now a grown man in college. A son David erased with lawyers and hush money before his current wife ever knew he existed. The ballroom didn't just go quiet, it went dead. I watched every drop of color leave David's face as the final slide came up. His son, in a cap and gown, diploma in hand. Caption underneath, I hope you're finally ready to acknowledge your real family. David dropped the mic. The screech of it hitting the floor is a sound I'll never forget. He didn't look at me. Couldn't, maybe. He just grabbed his wife's arm and shoved his way out through 200 stunned guests. My parents sat frozen, unsure whether to chase after him or disappear under the tablecloth themselves. It wasn't the kind of night that ends in celebration, but it ended in truth, and honestly, that's rarer. David hasn't made a single snide comment since. He also hasn't spoken to me since. Not one word, not one text. And I'll be honest with you, the silence has never sounded better. People love to throw stones from glass houses right up until someone hands them a mirror instead. Funny how fast the judgment stops once your own secrets are on the table. Do I regret it? Not for a second. I'd do it exactly the same way again, in that same ballroom, in front of that same crowd. Because family isn't supposed to run on secrets and superiority. It's supposed to run on respect. And if you can't manage basic kindness to the people who love you, you'd better make sure your own closet is spotless before you start rifling through everyone else's. Some people only learn humility the hard way. My brother just learned it in front of 200 witnesses and a projector screen.